dang, wow, this is so insane to see now happen being recovered. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chlo. I told my Instagram following that I was just going to come on and share this experience that I had this past week because I think there's a couple just good insights for you guys to learn from this experience that I had, and there's a couple things I want to say about it. So this last week, it was Mother's Day, and we had all my family come into town, and we obviously planned on doing like a big dinner together, right? Now when we do big like family gatherings, especially when it's like for a birthday or just on Sunday in general, we tend to eat dinner earlier, so we'll do, instead of like a dinner at 7:30, we'll do like a big, you know, dinner lunch thing at like 2 o'clock or maybe 3:30. And so I woke up in that morning and I had just my normal breakfast, and then I just sort of went along my day and we started doing all these things. We played badminton in the yard, we went surfing, I rode my bike with my sister, like we did a lot of things. And I didn't like actually sit down and prepare lunch because it's like, well, I mean, we're gonna have a big dinner at 2, like I'm not gonna prepare lunch right now. So anyways, it's just one of those days where just like food was not there. I was not on my regular schedule, and I skipped that very important meal of the day, lunch. I love lunch, but I skipped it. And I want to just say first, like little asterisks here, I am not in recovery anymore. So when I was in recovery, I was very, not militant at all, I was just very diligent, I should say, about my meal times and making sure that every couple of hours I had a good substantial amount of food in me. I was really making sure I wasn't diving into energy debt, and I was staying properly fueled throughout the whole day. Now that I am recovered and I'm at a completely different stage and just where I'm at in life, I can be more lenient with my food times. I am more intuitive with my eating, and it's not like every 2 hours on the dot, like I have to make sure I have food in me, which it was when I was in recovery, and that was really necessary. It's not like that anymore. So when I say like, oh, I just like skipped lunch, that's not in a disordered way at all. That literally is just like my life doesn't revolve around food anymore, and I'm not malnourished, so it's not like food's always on my mind. I have to always eat it. I'm just more, what more can I say? I'm just more a normal person around my meal times and how much I eat. So anyways, let's jump back into the story. We ended up not having that Mother's Day dinner until 9:40 at night. 9:40 at night, and I really was not prepared for that. And guys, so this is just what I want to share, is just my experience of how I felt with pushing off all of my calories and everything I ate until late at night, which I used to do all the time in my eating disorder. And I think that's really common. We're sort of fearful of eating in the morning or the first part of the day, or we don't like lunch. We try and restrict in the morning. And then a lot of us, especially for those stuck in sort of quasi recovery, then we'll just eat a lot at night. And I just remember being, one, so irritable all the time, the whole day. No duh, like I was so hungry. I remember just binging at night, feeling super uncomfortable, like uncomfortably full. My stomach would always hurt. I had awful gas, awful bloating, guys. Like that was just my life for so many years. And went through recovery, and obviously all of that healed itself, and my digestive system is like so good. It's like a garbage disposal. Anything I put in there, it's totally fine. And don't get irritable anymore. Ever since I really went into my recovery, I feel very grounded. I'm a lot more patient. I'm very calm. I'm not this like erratic, very emotional, anxiety prone person anymore. That completely changed once I became nourished. And anyways, so back to Mother's Day, I skipped all these meals, and my irritability that day was like off the roof. I was slamming doors. I was just like yelling at my mom on Mother's Day. Like I was so mad. I was like, how dare you like go to your friend's house and say hi when I'm trying to eat dinner like at 7 o'clock, and what are you doing? Like I was like balls off the wall, just like going crazy. And my siblings were like, my sister was looking at me like, oh my gosh, Chloe, like calm calm down, calm down. But I was so irritable, and honestly, it was just because I was so hungry. So hungry. And so what happened is I started getting a little shaky at night, and then we finally had our meal, and boom, my stomach just like expanded and exploded. I felt so uncomfortably full even after just a couple bites. I was heavy, I felt lethargic, I was just like constipated for days after, so bloated. I did not sleep well at all that night, which again, this is something that I experienced so many times during my eating disorder. I'd eat large amount of foods at night, and then I would try to go to bed and I couldn't because my stomach hurt so badly, and then the whole cycle would start over again, right? Then I would want to restrict in the morning because I ate so much at night. And then my stomach would, you know, like literally shrink throughout the day. And then I'd try to eat at night and it would hurt so badly. It's like, oh, I hated that cycle. And I put myself back in it on Mother's Day. And I was just like, dang, wow, this is so insane to see now happen being recovered. And to see how all these things that I was experiencing before, the irritability, the anxiety, the bloating, the constipation, the desire to like really eat a inordinate amount of food at night, like that was all due to my eating disorder. And the second that I started just consistently nourishing myself throughout the day, all of those things went away. I'm not even kidding. Every single one of them went away. And anyways, so I just wanted to share this because I know so many of you guys, I know a lot of my clients feel this way. They have a hard time digesting at night. And honestly, when you wait too long to eat food, oh, your stomach hates you for it. It really, really does. Like I know it seems weird, but I digest so much better when I'm eating like upwards of 3,000 calories a day. It was really just like crazy to see. So that was just the first experience that I wanted to share with you guys. I want to rewind to about 3 weeks before that. I had this day where I had a good decent sized breakfast. I had like gosh, I had toast with avocado, prosciutto, 3 eggs, and like some fruit for breakfast. It was a pretty like decent amount. I felt really full. And I remember getting to lunch just like not being hungry at all. And I had a bunch of clients that afternoon and sort of one after the other. So I sort of just snacked at noon. And then, like I said, got super busy with clients and wasn't able to like fit in an actual lunch that day. And so I finally ate dinner probably around like 7:30 that night when I got off my last coaching call. And again, my stomach hurt so bad. It took me like 5 days to get back to normal after that. It was so absolutely ridiculous. So I had dinner and it was probably just like my normal amount of dinner. I woke up at 3 o'clock that morning, starved. So hungry, like literally ravenous in the morning. And then once it came time to sort of breakfast time at like 6:30 in the morning, I literally went ham on the bread. Like I went crazy, and I had about 7 slices of bread, and I just like couldn't stop eating. And now I'm at the point where, okay, if my body needs food, my body needs food. And so I ate the 7 slices of bread and I don't care about it, but I'm sharing this story to just like really show how when we don't eat consistently, we are messing everything up. And that's where a lot of my sort of uncomfortability with eating and food came from, was just the very fact that like I was stressing my body out so much from not eating that by the time I ate, my stomach was just like revolting. And I wasn't getting enough calories in every single day. So I would have these moments of just like eating the whole loaf of bread and the whole jar of almond butter. This was literally quasi recovery for me, was me restricting some days or restricting in the morning and then binging on others, or binging at night. And I danced with that for years, and it really sucked. And these 2 experiences that I had just make me so thankful that I am recovered and that I don't go through that anymore, besides the weird just like off times that it happens. It also goes to show me too, and I want to, you know, I'm all about being vulnerable here. It just goes to show me too that my body is probably not all the way recovered yet, and that can take from the years and years of restriction that I put upon it. But it really just goes to show me that I still need to be making sure that I'm eating properly every single day, and that I don't do these random like I'm not hungry for lunch type of things. So I just wanted to share those two things with you. Hopefully someone got something out of that. Maybe you're going like, whoa, yeah, like I'm super uncomfortable every time I eat. Okay, can you look at it and be like, well, am I skipping lunch every day? Am I not doing a snack in between lunch and dinner? Like, am I coming to the table at night so ravenously hungry or in a huge energy debt from that day because I didn't eat a proper breakfast and lunch? Like there are reasons why your body's doing certain things. And so hopefully this just helps you sort of understand why, and the importance of making sure that you get out of energy debt and that you eat consistently and you stay committed to that process, because you honestly will feel so much better when you are just nourished. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Again, this is completely 100% absolutely my experience. This is all this was about, just me sharing my story of something that I've noticed and something that I went through that I was like, huh, this is really interesting. So anyways, hope that was helpful. Anyways, that's it for today. So like this video and subscribe, share it with someone who you knows going through energy debt, and yeah, go watch all my other videos. There's so many things out there, and I'm coming up with more. So I will see you guys later.